Before we start talking about the slides, let's talk about storytelling. In their heart, sales athletes are storytellers, capturing a customer's attention with character. Today's learning objectives are: 1. Learn the structure business stories. 2. Identify which story to use depending on the situation. 3. Learn to craft a story in your own words. The persuasive impact of sales calls is one of the more studied subjects in the academic community, and it's found that 63% of people remember stories, while only 5% remember statistics. Surgeons speak with reps about new products or therapies multiple times a day. How will you get their attention and mindshare? Stories help people connect with each other and build relationships. The trick is to tell a story that connects with the listener, but helps differentiate our product from all the other commodity reps calling on urologists. Ultimately, the first step of any sales process is a mindshare battle. Storytelling builds emotional connection with customers, illustrates value proposition, and captures mindshare. There are hundreds of story structures in the world, with some being more effective than others when persuading a customer to try or buy something new. Examples of structures valuable in a business setting include man in the hole, rags to riches, false start, mountain, overcoming the monster, and Cinderella story. Do not tell scripted stories, tailor them to your customer, make them a main character. Now, let's explore each structure, how to use them, and in which situations to use each structure. The man in the hole structure is very relatable. The protagonist is enjoying life, when suddenly something catastrophic happens, like a pandemic or change in reimbursement. When building the story, create a world for the customer. Start them in their comfortable zone. Everything is good, but there is something missing. Introduce a trigger to challenge the status quo. Build crisis for the protagonist. Something happened that caused significant pain. They must learn something new to start to recover and a chance to implement the change. Finally, after fighting through adversity, the protagonist is in a better place after implementing the change. Find Nemo is a great example of this structure. The character in these tales are given a unique opportunity. They learn a new skill or take advantage of a situation to improve their standing and reach their goals. This is a vision story, creating a new reality for the customer if they adopt Focal One. The rags to riches structure is most appropriate with low-volume prostatectomy programs or new attendings in the market. Provide these customers with a vision and a path to get there. False start tells a predictable story, then puace and unexpectedly reveals something before restarting the story, giving the customer a different perspective. This format is effective when working with non-market leaders or those who have experienced failure in the past. This story creates a new reality for the customer because of adopting Focal One. A great example is the increase in overall prostate volume at Mammoth at IEs, growing in an established market with set referral patterns and prestigious institutions. The mountain structure starts by setting the scene. It includes small challenges and a build-up of action. Typically something else will be introduced to the story to overcome the final challenge. Market leaders and Coles. They have been through the rigors of adopting new technology and know the path to success. Ask the customer to tell their story. Doing something completely different, going against the grain and successfully introducing a new standard of care to the market. Now, create a what-if story with Focal One as the change agent and the possibility of changing the way cancer patients are treated twice during their career. Overcoming the monster is another story structure that can be effective during a sales call or compelling a customer to take action. It involves conquer an enemy or evil force of the land or a monster holding the community back from progress or happiness. The main character in these tales reaches a breaking point or is compelled to challenge the dictator or evil monster for the benefit of the community. The Avengers is an example of this structure. Finally, the most impactful story structure used during a sales call or changing mindsets is the Cinderella story. The story starts with our hero living in the modern world, highlighting daily challenges they face to achieve their goals. The hero hears an internal/external call to action or an opportunity arises, but is afraid of challenging the dominate force until they meet a mentor to instill confidence and guide them. The mentor is very important to the story. Research who/what influences the customer. Do they have a connection with Kohl's? The story doesn't have a happy ending without a mentor. The hero is now committed to the journey and intent on overcoming the dominate force. Now, there is no going back, they have entered a new, uncomfortable world. The hero is confused by the unfamiliar world. They struggle to find confidence and are tested multiple times during the journey. Each obstacle is more challenging, while the hero gets more confident and sometimes overconfident or cocky. The hero meets new characters who teach them how to function in the. As the hero gets closer to the goal, they begin to question themselves and their competence. Mentors can guide through this challenge, but it has to be personal to the hero. The closer the hero gets to the goal, the more challenges and setbacks they experience. Success is not a straight line, it's full of starts and stops, just like adopting new therapy. They realizes they don't have all the answers, need help, guidance and a change of attitude to achieve goal. At this stage, the hero passes the final exam and returns to a hero's welcome. Tailor the story using market dynamics, surgeon profile, surgeon history and other key facts to build a story that will compel the customer to action. It's important to make the story your own,